Greetings. Hello, Brian. Hello, AJ. AJ, let me ask you a question. Do you have any I used to thin my eye dotting paint with airbrush thinner. Have you found anything that's you don't have to buy airbrush thinner to thin your paint? I don't like using water typically, but I just tried alcohol. It wasn't the best. Trying to find the perfect thinner for dotting eyes. Paint you don't have to thin. Well, I have a lot of paint that I have to thin. You aren't much help, AJ. I guess I'll go back to the I have to go back to the Createx section and buy Createx thinner. I feel like water takes too long, Builder Dude. That's why I used to use airbrush thinner, because it had a little bit of alcohol in it and it would dry faster. Water takes forever. Speaking of Nebraska, you know what I've been listening to a lot lately? 311. 311. It's been good. Look how sexy this damn thing is. It's like copper green magic scales, bros. So you're down with 311. See what he did there? I am. I was all mixed up first. Not anymore. Had to get back to my grassroots. And it feels so good. But you know what? While I'm dotting eyes, I'll be here a while. How long can this? I might be here for eons. But, I mean, you notice the shop, it's a beautiful disaster. But we've had some nice weather. If you can look beyond the gray sky. The Rastas. That was a I don't know what that was. I think it was I think that was one of Ike's colors. I think that was a rendition of an Ike color. I can't recall. I'm just the painter, dude. I don't get paid to think. Just send me the picture. I'll come up with something. I'll come up with something. Whoa. Those eyes might be too low. Those eyes are almost under the line tie. Way low. Way low. Oh, I'm kidding, Tyler. It's fucking terrible. Weather could not be any worse. But I got teased. I don't remember. Maybe I was driving home listening to the radio or something, and they were like, "Get ready, we might be in store for a cold front in the first part of August." And I was like, "Oh, sweet!" And they were like, "A real cold front." And I was like, "Don't don't know that that's possible, but whatever." And then I like got home and checked the weather, and they said record highs to start off August. And I was like, well, what was all that bullshit about a cold? How do you go from like possible cold front to it's never been hotter this year? Omaha Stiley. That's funny. Uh, Rained all around us today. Yep. Yeah, I don't know about this cool down bullshit. I'm calling I'm calling poo poo on that. Check this thing out. Hey, look at this little sexy thread fin. The scales aren't white. They're pearly. They're like abalone. What do people call that? Isn't there different pronunciations of that? Abalone? 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 Um, they were talking about extending our Tuesday Nighter a few weeks. Most of the crowd was very against it. Why didn't they want to? Why did they not want to extend the Tuesday Nighters? Do kids these days still say greetings? I don't know. I guess I'm not a kid. And I don't have any in between kids, but my kids will probably say greetings. AJ is in a cool down period. Well, at least somebody is, bro. At least somebody is. Are we done with the 311 references? Or shall we continue? You got to trust We'll get in a cool down period, but it's going to be it'll be in like November. Dude, can y'all believe what's his name? That Kyle dude had all those health problems from that tick bite. That's crazy. My dad was telling me about his friend's wife went to Arkansas for something like a vacation or something. I guess she was playing around in some water, stepped on a piece of glass, came home, and it wasn't. He said it wasn't like a bad like she didn't like slash her foot up, but she got poked and came home and her foot kind of swelled up. Apparently, she had that flesh eating bacteria. Had to get her damn leg cut off. You hear that happen down here. People like swimming down here in the bay and stuff. They get that flesh eating bacteria if they get cut. really motivates me to never walk barefoot in the water again. Don't want to do that. But I didn't know that stuff grew in fresh water. Tom says it's 77. It's not terrible temperatures. Uh-oh, it smeared that one. Let me wipe it clean. Whoops. Let me start anew because I can do that with this weak ass acrylic paint. AJ, you know what I did last night? For old time's sake, I did a walkthrough on the Brotherhood of Custom Crankbait painting group. And just when I didn't think it could get any worse, it's awful. Now it's just a constant flow of people wanting, like I saw a bunch of people that would just post a picture of like a shad and say, can somebody give me like a color list of all the colors that I would need to make this? Bro, there is like, that doesn't exist. It does not exist. No, it's just, it was like so dumb. It was like people asking just like, I don't know. It made me mad because people are so lazy and just pathetic. It's like, I need a 3D printed stencil. It's like, no, you don't. Shut up, dude. You're painting 6 baits. I need 3D printed stencils. No, you're just lazy and you don't want to try. How do you paint this shad? Give me every color that's on this shad in Createx colors, and I'll go buy them. If you look at a website of a bait builder and his website is down, I sent him a DM letting him know, and he said his business PayPal was down because fraudulent charges and sent his personal PayPal. Would you still buy from him? I would not. No. No, I would not. I mean, not to say it couldn't happen, but I've been using PayPal for about 15 years, and I've never had any fraudulent charges or my account shut down for shit like that. You know why? Because I don't do sketchy shit. Pretty easy. I don't know. Yeah, the Brotherhood page, and nobody like. The funny thing is like, I feel like the guys that asked those questions like 4, 5, 6 years ago, those are the guys that are now probably annoyed at those people now, like asking the questions. Yeah, it does sound sus. Everyone gets a trophy. These are a lot of older guys. Because I snoop to see who they are, see if they're like young guys. But no, it's a lot of older guys. But I don't know. I don't know what the deal with it is. And I'm sure there's a very large portion of people that do things the way I see them, as like the right way, where you just like you sit in your little paint room and you just grind it out and figure out how shit works and figure out how colors work and paint works. And if you really get stuck on something, you might ask somebody, but for the most part, every time your airbrush jams, you don't go and run to a Facebook group and ask how to fix it, which is, there's a very large generation of people that do that. But probably for every 5 guys that's doing it on their own, there's probably one that runs every time they change colors. Bait nerds. World's Worst Fishing is always showing people how to do stuff. Yeah, I guess you would call me. I would be what is known now derogatorily as a gatekeeper. I gatekeep. Some people are very free with their information. I feel like information should be earned to an extent. You know what I mean? There's plenty of stuff I'll tell people, but you know, a lot of people expect everything to be free. Like if you go and you get a crankbait manufactured and designed, people think that you should tell them who designed it and who manufactured it for you. And if you don't tell them that, you're a dick. Oh, Kyle, you know, that's the big thing in the guitar world, is all these classes. You have these like master classes of guitar, and they charge like $200, and it's I've never bought one, but everybody has their guitar master class, and I mean, I don't know how many people in the fishing world would buy it. I feel like fishermen are weird, very weird. We're an odd bunch, because I think especially for stuff like that. I don't know how well that would go over in the fishing world. Older generation gets sidetracked by the AI models. Oh man, AI, everything. Amy sends me stuff, and I'm like, that's AI. She's like, what? I'm like, yeah, sorry to burst your bubble. Most bait makers got into it because they're cheap asses. They aren't going to pay more. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, rather than like spend the money and like educate themselves and actually learn something from not a total stranger. I think that's the thing, is they would rather take free advice from somebody that started yesterday, for all they know. They would rather have that advice than pay for good advice. When the bad advice, the free advice, is going to cost you more in the long run anyway. Too many hacks giving the paint tips away for free. Yeah, I mean, who, let's be honest. There's no John Pryors out there with YouTube channels. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not. Like, if everybody knew, like, what Pryor, like how Pryor approaches a bait and like products and the shit that goes into like his paint and painting and all that kind of stuff. The shit that's out there now would look like preschool Blippi videos. That's the equivalent. That's what that's the funny thing. It's like I watch, you know, some painting videos that pop up and I'll watch them, and like I think about Pryor and like the stuff he's told me, and like it's staggering. Fishing had to be like it was in the night as far as learning info. I don't think high school fishing would be a thing. If the high school fishing had to be like it was in the 90s as far as learning info, probably right. The learning curve's too slow. How do you put a monetary value on something that took you years to figure out? I don't think you do. I just think you try. I just think you just try to get whatever it is you can back. I don't think there is a number. I think you just try to get whatever it is, because you'll never get it back because you're so far in the red on it. You just want to see something, I guess. Yeah, I don't know, but it's the same. It's I noticed it in the fishing tournament world, and this is something that I've been not in favor of. And that is tournament partner swapping. That was like a big faux pas back in the day, but now, dude, it's like a just constant circulation of everybody swapping partners. You shouldn't tax the consumer on your learning time, though. I mean, you kind of should if they want to learn from you. Isn't that how it works? Like if I'm good at something and you're bad and you want to learn, you're paying for all those hours that I spent. Right? I mean, it's the same with anything. If you want me to fix your pipes at your house, I can fix your pipe and you're going to pay for it. Because I spent a lot of time doing that. Employee to pay for your education? I mean, a lot of people do that. That's not out of the norm. I feel like that's a different scenario, though. Especially when there are no employees or employers. We're talking about consumers and only fish tourneys with your brother. Now, wouldn't it be weird, Tyler, if your brother just hopped in a tournament next week with the guy that came in third, and then in 3 months he hopped in the guy that came in fourth, and then like eventually in all the tournaments he had fished with everybody like in the top 10? I see that a lot around here, and like used to it never happened. Now it's very normal. See, Jeremy, dad and uncle fished together. You couldn't like that was like a bond. Only person who can paint the bait and nobody can steal it in an hour. I mean, what does that even mean, dude? What are you what kind of mentality is this? If somebody can't steal it in an hour, you're welcome to charge for your time? Clay, come on, bro. Yeah, for real. I can't steal half the shit out I've already done. Half the shit on that bench I can't even steal myself. If it takes Bob an hour and you 8 years, I mean, I guess it's all a matter of I I can't even comprehend what this means. My feeble mind cannot wrap my head around that. Where's Darius? I saw Darius commenting. Where's the nice smallmouth on the Marty? Did you post a picture of that, Darius? Let me seek it out. Let me seek this out and see if I've missed a Darius post. Started carving wood baits to get rich. You are a funny builder, dude. You bought the wrong machine, builder, dude. You bought the wrong machine. Learning how to put a screen in my wife's car because I don't want to pay someone that knows how to do it and charge me $2K. Well, Jeremy, after you get done, you can charge Clay $800. And then when something fucks up and you don't know how to fix it because you've only done one, he'll get to take his to the other guy. Or he'll get to learn. Darius is posting now. Welders that think they can charge extra for welds 16-year-olds can do drunk. I feel like that's definitely there seems to be a what is it? Is it ego? Is it something in the welders community that they're very I don't know. It's an elitist thing. Builder dude got screwed. He builds the baddest cranks. The big companies like Jackal. Yeah. You think they've made millions off of the Bling 55, Kyle? Like really a million? You think millions of dollars have been sold in the Bling 55? I have no idea. Possible. I mean, how many of those things are circulating? It made more than you. This is correct. Frank the Tank, don't get me started on people writing bad reviews. Because I think it was on the 6 Cents page. Somebody gave them this was a while ago. Somebody gave them a 1-star review because I don't even remember what it was. And they wrote it in on the page, and it was like, I got my baits. Shipping came on time. Nothing's broken. I don't think the person had even used it, or maybe it was like, baits came fast, looked good, fished them this weekend, didn't catch anything. But that's a really shitty move to do to a business, because that hurts. Kyle, I don't own a Bling 55. I have a copy of a Bling 55 that was a prototype from Dinger. I have a couple of those, but I do not own a Jackal Bling 55. The worst swim jig I have ever used. That's pretty strong. What was so bad about it? I don't own one. Enlighten me, Dustin. Was it the original one? Because I know those had pretty shitty hooks in them. Darius is fishing nude. Oh, there's a nice smallmouth. He didn't show the bait, though. Secret. Darius is going to go scrape all the paint off all of his other baits so they match his new wood one. Swim upside down like it would roll over. I feel like you can, I've seen that. Sometimes you can tune that out with a weed guard, which is weird, but you can tune the weed guard to make it not do that. I wonder what caused that. Not enough keel weight. I mean, did they all do that, or was it? I mean, surely they don't all do that. Like, that's not how it was designed, right? Did you try more than one, DT? Tried two of them, both did the same thing. What do you normally swim? What's the go-to Mississippi River swim jig? I feel like I can usually work the out of balance out of a swim jig. I don't know that. I'm trying to think if I've ever had a swim jig that I couldn't control. I feel like I usually put the trailer on crooked and it makes it swim wonky. You've got me wanting to buy a 6-cent swim jig and see how it swims. Bro Varney, the OG. Yeah, you don't see Clay, you're right. You don't see the right keel on swim jig trailers a lot on the market. They're all round, which is not good. Lethal Weapon 2, Hydrobaits, and Untamed Tackle. Those are all three companies or baits that I've never heard of. That's impressive. Or am I just that out of the loop? Am I just that out of the loop? Let's see this thing. Does that sink, Darius? Untamed sponsors Welcher. Balsa Wood swim jig. I don't. I feel like you're getting into zero gravity jig territory with that. That was not a sinker? Oh, I thought that was. I like the. It looks like a. It looks like a modified Aristo with that short bill in it. The Speed Crawl. I feel like everybody's got a bag of Speed Crawls, but it amazed me watching, like a couple years back, watching Scott Martin's YouTube channel, how much he relies on a Speed Crawl. Tons. Like, that dude was going through Speed Crawls. Like, every time you'd watch his little fishing channel, he'd be sneaking a Speed Crawl in there. And then he'd pull out his Bandito bug. Menace is a good one. AJ's little Menace is pretty good. I've never swam it, but I could see it being a good swim jig trailer. AJ, how was your Menace on a swim jig? They get bit. That's the thing about a Speed Crawl is they just good size. It's like the RC 1.5. They just get bit. You can do a lot with them. Like it's a great back of the boat bait because you can Texas rig it. You can put it on a jig and hop it on the bottom. You can put it on a swim jig. You can put it on a buzz bait. You can put it on a Carolina rig. It could be the most versatile bait there is. AJ, come on, bro. I mean, what can't you can even throw weightless and fish it like a ribbit. like a finesse rivet. What can't you do with a speed crawl? I think it's the bait. I think it is the bait. I think we just cracked the code. How's my eyes doing over here? All right. Time for dots. Oh, and other news. I think I have found, after over a decade of exploration, I think I have found the Bagley mesh. If this piece of shit camera would focus, can't see it. I think I might have found it this time, boys. True story. I think I got it this time. It's dang close. Let me see. Oh yeah. This is it. This is it. My search is over. Berkley shamelessly stole the speed crawl. Berkley, let's look it up. Berkley, we'll just look up Berkley speed crawl. I'm sure they tagged it. The stank bug, pretty funny. If you look up speed crawl, the Berkley power bait stank bug shows up. Totally Crossum new bait. This has got to be it. What is this? Oh no, that's not it. The crick crawl. What is this? The crick crawl. That's a different one. That what's his name? This is this real? What date is this? 2024. Lucky Craft, Berkley. Dude. Why? I don't know about y'all, but in my experience, the hyper realistic crawls suck. First, the Madman, and then like you had those like Rowinski crawls. Any crawfish that's ever hit the market that was like ultra realistic sucks. I'll tell you why. Because they're so realistic and the claws are so big, fish peck at them. And they like want to pop the claws off. They want to pop each claw off before they actually eat the bait. So you like get an excessive amount of bites that never are eating the bait. They're terrible. They are terrible, and they keep bringing them out. Like, I guess because people buy them once, maybe, I don't know. I don't know. The mini Madman. I didn't use the mini ones. I could see that being a goggle assassin. But I was watching whatever video was just popped up from Berkeley, and it was a very realistic looking like crawfish. But I feel like it's weird if you don't make the body ultra realistic, you don't have that problem. Because maybe to a fish when it's falling, it doesn't look like a crawfish. Like if you think of all like the biffle, like this whatever that Jean LaRue crawl was, I mean it's just like two big pinchers with like a streamlined body. It didn't. I mean, it was the impression of a crawfish, but maybe falling. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird how like people say fish can't see that good, and then people say they do see good, and then like how they could differentiate ultra realistic from like kind of the impression of the Bass Pro Shops tournament crawl, salt crawl. I never got into those. I think I had a pack of Berkeley's of all things, like way back in the day. I had a pack of Berkeley crawls that had a big, gigantic claws on it. Tyler, you use a double wide on the Sabine? Man, this thing's sexy. I'm going to call this Tennessee Morning On. I do like a tube. I know Dustin likes a tube. If I need to nerd out on tubes, I just look up DT and we can talk tubes for hours. Clay, it certainly does. Tucked tail, pointy head, running backwards. I mean, that is like the perfect profile of a crawfish. No claws though. No claws. I was really indecisive on eye color today. I had a hard time picking. So I just did a bunch of mismatch ones. Green pumpkin, blue flash is the best color up here. AJ, how many packs of green pumpkin, blue flash are you sitting on? I know you've been hoarding from every sale you've ever found. What does the Rubbermaid container look like? How much does the Rubbermaid container look like of green pumpkin, blue flash plastics? 20 to 30? I figured there'd be more. I was about to say, bro, if you're using the double wide on the Sabine, we need to talk. Tilapia. That was a lot of people make tilapia. It never I don't doubt its fish catching abilities, but it never appealed to me aesthetically. Very similar to Mardi Gras. I never liked the way Mardi Gras looked. Um, and I know a lot of people catch fish on Mardi Gras, but I never liked it, so I didn't buy it. But same with tilapia. What's that other one that got kind of weirdly popular? South African Special. It was like basically black with every color flake that they have. I feel like South African Special was they just took all the like sprues off the plastics and just threw them in another pot and remelted them, and that's what they got. Uh, last time I checked, they were still in business. Oh, I didn't dot those sides. Whoops. That would have been bad. That would have been bad. What soft plastics company has the best colors? Hmm. Reaction. I say reaction. I don't know. I mean, I don't think the thing about reactions colors is like they don't miss. Like they're all sexy. Except Dirty Sanchez. I don't like it. Uh, but you got to think like 80% of reactions color catalog has been ripped off at some point. Um, I don't know who else is like. They're the only big name I can think of that's got like sexy colors. Kind of wonky. Missile. I'm trying to think anybody that's got very like unique colors. Uh, that when I was up with Hella, he had some of the Excite baits, I guess, or whatever that company was. They used to sponsor Brandon Palaniuk. He had some of their baits, and they had some pretty sexy colors. They had some pretty sexy colors. Green Goby. My favorite was the One of my favorites was the reaction color was Magic Crawl Red. Man, that was real sexy. I think yeah, Big Bite I feel like needs to work on their profiles. I can't think of one Big Bite bait that's like sexy. X Zone, yeah. They made some pretty decent looking colors. Um do you I bet Clay, this is let's see. This is a very sexy color. Well, main vein. Remember that one? That was a beautiful color. The reaction was so badass. They were so badass. Oh well. Yes, that ship has sailed, unfortunately. Yamamoto colors are definitely weak. Hematoma? About Hillbilly Special. No, that didn't close reaction. It's just kind of on cruise control. You know what I mean? The fire is no longer lit. Because you got to think when reaction first came out, their whole mission was like total domination. Like flip everybody upside down, make you notice me, just kick everybody's ass. Oh, nothing happened to reaction. They just don't do anything. Um, you know what I mean? Like they're not at the same pace they were in their first like 7-8 years. They're on cruise. They're on cruise. Which is a shame. Because I felt like Reaction was the company that put, which is the reason I liked them so much, is because they put the Strike Kings of the world and the Berkeleys of the world and all those, they put them in their seat and said, suck it. We're not huge. We're not y'all, but we're so much better that we're undeniable. And you can't do shit about it. I think that's what it was. It says, we're going to come out with all these badass designs and all these colors. And y'all are just going to sit there and continue to suck and make your same lame ass shit. And you're going to like it. Heron never owned it. Andre Moore did. Andre does. It did. That was I wouldn't say, I don't know that it made them step their game up, because all they really did was, I guess they did in their own weird way, in their all shitty way, but I mean it did. I guess they had to keep up with the reaction then. Ryan, I guess he is in some shape, form, or fashion. I'm not really sure. Yeah, I think that's all they really do. They didn't step up anything. They just ripped off the colors and the designs as close as they could and get away with it. A company that had a backbone and a spine would have stepped up their game, but there's not many of those in the fishing industry. And by stepped up their game, said, we need new designers. We need somebody that can that's creative and makes badass shit. These guys aren't cutting it. We need idea people. We need new ideas. We need fresh ideas, because obviously they're out there. Dude, this thing right here is sexy as hell. Kind of like a little PB&J type action. It's got some lime green down the sides that you can't see. It's sexy as hell. Think new ideas are dangerous. Yeah. Clay, it's weird, dude. There's a sweet spot. There is a sweet spot. Because you can't be too forward, or it's going to fall on its face. And you can't be too like copycatty, because that's not going to work if you're new. So you got to that's what Sixth Sense is so good at, is they run the fringe of right on the edge. That's what Casey's got figured out, is they're right on the edge of being innovative, right? They're they make everything comfortable. If you get out of that comfort zone, you're just going to suck. Like nobody's going to get it. Like just think what would have happened if Berkeley originally came out with the fuzzy dice 5 years ago. That shit would have never caught on, dude. Not a million years. Or 10 years ago. We'll say 10 years. Or some like, I don't know, like X Zone. Use them for example. If they came out with the fuzzy dice 6, 7, 8 years ago, do you think the fuzzy dice, you think Strike King would be coming out with fuzzy dice now? I don't think so. Builder Dude, they're next. I had these Bagleys sitting here waiting to get painted, and I had to scratch that itch. All right, DT, see you later. Fuzzy baits suck in the South. Have watched fish run from them on scope. I wonder why that is. I figured that would have been. I figured that'd have been deadly down here. That's weird. Look at this thing. These are pink magic scales. You don't need all those fancy baits, just a rubber worm and you'll catch all the fish you need. That's right. I mean, if I were fishing for dinner, I'd probably have me old rubber worm tied on. Maybe even a lizard. I really know I'm screwed when I go throw a lizard and I don't get bit. Dude, this thing's sexy. I'm ready to get these things clear coated. Pronto. I can say I've casted at 50 plus fish on Toledo and not had a single bite. Interesting. What are they doing with them? What are they doing with these things? Just catching smallmouth on them? Who here has caught a bass on a fuzzy dice? Clay? About the eyes. I haven't bought any dice. Gulp dice. I mean, are people not making their own dice? Like out of their wasted plastics? Figured you'd cut the tail section out of something, stick some skirt through it, and call it good. Good enough. Whole dice education. Q-Bomb, haven't tried them. Who makes that one? Does how much is a pack of the original dice versus like the Strike King Tumbleweed? Clay, I think you posted that I think you posted that they were like $10 for a pack. What's the regular dice cost? Like the actual real McCoys. Tumbleweed is higher than the Q-Bomb. $10.99 for the Tumbleweed. Didn't see anything at the Tackle Shack over $10 all for to a pack too. I mean, I feel like that's. I mean, in kind of that where Strike King sits is like when something expensive from Japan comes out, they're supposed to bring out the half price alternative. Am I crazy or? Like I don't know. The Z2 is better than the Crush City. Interesting. Can't comment. No comment. I'm just an old cranker. Tumbleweed looks good compared to the all. Probably ranks second. Well, I guess kudos to Strike King for making their bait at least look appealing. Dude, that thing is sexy. No Guggen? Are they still a thing? I love it. I love it when I see some good Guggen drama. When it involves like all the people that came after the original dudes, but they were still like considered the Guggen Squad guys. That was always good for a laugh. The Mountain Dew frog Bronco Bug is an OSP. Yeah, what's up with that, Clay? What's that guy? Why'd that guy become a cop? Is that just what he was called to do? Imagine lunkers pulling you over. You were speeding. Turklow. No, it wasn't. Leave me alone, bro. Get out of here. Don't you have a Guggen meetup to go to? You think Perrick screwed that up? You think dude had a chance? Look at us sitting around like schoolgirls talking about Guggens. Oh, excuse me. Perrick is a psycho. I could certainly see that. I've never met him personally, but he seems to have his quirks. Seems to have his quirks. Her dad is a bad man with a bow. Is he like a celebrity hunter? Is her dad Jackie Bushman? Is her dad Robin Hood? Tim Wells. He like spears African game. Oh, he's one of those. He's one of those. He's like real primitive. He's into like caveman shit. He speared himself on purpose. Was it like the old? Was it like what's that? What's that book? The Ultimate Game or the where they like people? You ever read that book? Adios, Rick. There you go, prime example. Make me a bicycle clown. Is a blowgun? Is there a season for blowguns here? Or can you whip that thing out anytime you want? The Most Dangerous Game, correct. That was a pretty cool book. Rich guy goes out into the Amazon, releases a bunch of people, goes and hunts them. What are you laughing at, AJ? Slick Rick, who came here from the Brotherhood of Custom Lure Painting. You ever hear about the Alaskan serial killer who did that for real? No, I didn't. Where can I read that book? Where can I read that book? Are we supposed to be? Yeah. On what planet is this supposed to be educational? Where does it say in the title of this video, come learn with me? It doesn't. The elite either hunt people or hit places like E Island. You know, I saw that place in 2017 when we were down in the British Virgin Islands. The brother-in-law showed it to us when we were taking a boat cruise down there. And he was like, that's the whatever island. I was like, oh, cool. Didn't like, it was pretty much, hey, there's this rich guy's island and he like parties there. It's like, oh, cool. And it didn't, like I said, I didn't know who the dude was or didn't mean anything. But now it's kind of wild. Kind of wild. Burns, I feel like there's plenty to learn actually. I learned that Tyler threw a dice 50 plus fish and they all ran from it. That's an interesting factoid. Who's been viciously cranking? Do not release the list. I drove by the island. But I mean, there's a lot of islands out there, so it didn't really mean anything to me. You know what I mean? Some rich guy's got an island. Like, who gives a shit? I cranked a lot today. Headed to the pool when you go into the lake. Your lawyer advises you. Correct. No more talk. The island ventures. Speaking of crazy people, somebody said the Liver King. That guy's went off the radar. Not off the radar, but off the kooky side. Seen Leonardo DiCaprio's Island once. Locals said he didn't use local workers and didn't seem to like that. Probably doing weird stuff there for show. Probably brought his own workers in. So nobody would talk. Because they probably all signed NDAs. Drugs are bad. That dude is juiced to the gills. Darius was doing some rapid cranking this morning. Liver King wants to assassinate Rogan. Yeah, somebody got arrested in Austin. What a kook. Is it just a publicity stunt? Dude, these are legit. These are legit. He needs clicks. That's what it seems like. He's just desperate for clicks. He's gotta do something. Who do you target that's super famous that'll get you clicks on the internet? Joe Rogan. Perfect. Perfect choice. Hulkster passed away. Ozzy passed away. Dark times. Boys. All right, we're all dotted. Oh, dude, I did one of those like last year. It's pretty vile. Pretty vile. I had a cockroach crawl out of ours. Ugh. Oh, Mama's with the kids? Here, show this to the bean. Where is it? The bean, I wanted to show this to the bean. Jiggy. It's kind of pink lemonade. Joe Rogan's favorite crank color. Sadly enough, there would probably be 50 people on here saying, "Where's Rogan and what's his favorite color?" How do you know him? Where is he? Arnold's hard. Yeah, I know. Arnold, I don't know. Arnold, I feel like, I don't know. It seemed like he straightened out. Maybe early enough. I don't know. Who knows? How Rogan cranks his hog. Liver King just juices and doesn't even work out and looks insane. Yeah, he is nuts massive. Yeah, I think it's going to be, Jeremy, I think it's going to be a good color. There's a lot of them over there. Nothing Nothing but bangers. Y'all didn't really get to see this one. This is like the copper green. Now that thing is gonna get smashed, guys. Sorry, Bagley. This is what you should have done to begin with, and you wouldn't have to sell your crankbaits for $3 because people would be buying them as fast as you can make them. But what do I know? Oh, I know, dude. I follow Ronnie Coleman, and dude can't even walk. He's had however many knee surgeries and back surgeries. Like, dude just completely destroyed himself. Hell, I don't even know. I know Ronnie was in. I think he was in even worse shape than he was before. But didn't he say he was going to like make a comeback and he was going to walk again? Wasn't that his goal? He was going to like walk, and then he got something happened. I don't know. Yeah, buddy. Jay Cutler. He still looks great. Like, he doesn't look too beat up. You know what I mean? I don't know how he gets around, but for the mass that dude had on his body, he seems like he's pretty decent. And I never, like, the crazy thing is I've never worked at it, like, ever. But like, I guess bodybuilding was so at its peak in the 90s, like, because you'd go through the grocery store and you'd see like Ronnie Coleman, Jay Cutler on the like bodybuilding mags, and I guess you just saw them so much that you kind of became fans of them for no reason other than they were jacked. But yeah, for whatever reason, I kept following Ronnie just because I always thought he had a cool story. But I remember watching a one thing that sticks out to me about Ronnie Coleman was somebody did like some sort of documentary on him, and he was talking about all his vitamins and his supplements he took, and he pulled out his Plano tackle boxes full of like, he's like, I take this for my liver, and then I take this because it counteracts the effects of that, and this counteracts the effects of that, and like everything was like a counter of like all the other shit he was taking. And he like had this like handful of pills, and it's like, damn, that dude just ate like 40 pills. Respect their hustle. I guess that's what it was. Like, I don't know. The other funny thing is Anthony, you could probably relate to this, maybe, since you're in the fitness world. Maybe not. Maybe I was just some dumb, naive Alabama kid. But growing up, when I would see these guys on the cover of those magazines, I thought honestly that if I just worked out a bunch, I would look like that. I didn't know they had help. I just thought that's what going to the gym made you look like. Like when you dedicated yourself to going to the gym and eating right, You just look like Jay Cutler. But I think that's not so true. I don't think you can eat that much chicken. So I had a small misconception growing up. Ethan Suplee? I don't know who that is. Dude, Ronnie was so big. Freaking massive, dude. And he worked at that shitty gym. Gear. Yeah, I didn't know what gear was. I thought it was just the last two things. I didn't know what steroids were. I didn't know. A few weeks ago, I was hospitalized for a blood infection that almost killed him. Sepsis. I'm sharing this because I want y'all to know how real this is. Sepsis can kill fast if you don't catch it early. So here's how you remember the signs: temperature, infection, mental decline, extremely ill. Time. If you feel like I might die, don't wait. Don't tough it out. Go to the ER. This ain't about strength. It's about survival. Stay strong. Stay aware. Okay, so that's what happened to him. I've seen My Name is Earl. That was a good show. Ethan Suplee. Let's see this guy. His jacked transformation. Oh yeah, that's the dude from Blue whatever. Blue Chips. Right? Wasn't he in that? Now he looks like the dude from Dude Perfect. He could be a Dude Perfect guy. Huh. Yeah, he lost a bunch of weight. Got in shape. Good for him. Way to go, dude. All right. I'm getting off of here. I'm going to go see if I can. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Do I paint these other 50 Bagleys or do I sand Burnses and try to get them painted by the end of the week? What say you? Varsity Blues, that's what it was. That's right. Thank you, AJ. Clay, have fun in the pool, bro. That sounds very pleasant. Darius says Burns, do not paint the rest of the Bagleys. I won't. The reason I want the Bagleys is because I want things on my website, which is why I bought all these. I would like to have a surplus of things on the website, but I gotta and I just got all these boxes from Tackle Warehouse. They're not for Tackle Warehouse, but they're from Tackle Warehouse that somebody sent me. What's today? Today Wednesday? No, today's Thursday. Holy shit. I don't know what to do. Maybe I'll try and get some Burnses knocked out this afternoon. Maybe I can get them sanded this afternoon and painted tomorrow. Yeah, I won't get them out this week. I might. Doubtful. The eyes will screw me. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if I got enough skewers. I might have to go. I might have to go paint some of these so I get my skewers. Clay, I don't know. I'll probably clear coat them tomorrow. Maybe this afternoon. Maybe I'll come back tonight. I might need to come back tonight. That would be a good time when it's cool and it's not 6,000 degrees. Maybe I'll come back late tonight. Clay, you certainly are. There should be enough to go around of these. That's kind of the point of these, is that if people are just swinging through the website, there's actually something there. So we'll see. I've already got some done. I got to do. I still got to do the He-Man Tiger. Do more of those. I've only got a couple of those. Bobby, you didn't miss much. Marty is putting them out faster than I can paint them. I've been really slow lately. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I can't get things done. I guess maybe I shouldn't be on here talking for 2 hours. But anyway. All right, bros. Good talking to everybody. You'll be good. That's 100. 10 per stick. Well, it's 98. So picking colors is the hard part. Picking colors is what slows me down. If I knew what color to paint them, I'd be fine. But I don't. All right. I'm out of here. You'll be good. Crawls, that's what I needed to do. Thanks for reminding me, Jeremy. I was sitting here looking like, what am I missing? Crawls. Okay. I'll do I'll try and mix some crawls. I don't know what color crawls, but I need to look at let's look at Bagley's real quick before I get off of here. Bagley B1. Let's see how awful their crawls are. I'm sure they're horrific. I don't recall their crawfish, but I don't want to paint one that looks identical to one they already sell. Eek. Holy crap. No. Save 20% on your order. Like, will that catch a fish? Sure. Is it ugly as shit? Yes. Watermelon crawl. What else? Do they have any good colors? Even their Tennessee shad looks shitty. I don't think you can screw up Tennessee shad. They're 09. You know what's funny? Because I'm pretty sure this bait on their website is not. This is from the original series. That's not that bait. That's like an old leftover picture. Like, who screwed that up? You know how I can tell? The lip slot. But these have the brass hangers. The new ones do not. It's stainless. Well, let's see. We wanted to look at crawls. Oh, they also robbed the Fire Tiger from the old stock. Not that bait. They can't even take pictures anymore. Losers. Dude, they've got some hideous colors. Hideous. There's one. Burnt crawdad. Not completely offensive, but mildly. They have a lot of crawls, surprisingly. Cooked crawl. Yeah. Yeah. Email probably next week. Probably next week. Ask an expert. Should I flame this Bagley expert? Welcome to Northland Tacklebot. Oh, this is not an expert. This is a bot. We could play a game. Stump the Northland expert. The Bagley Northland expert. Anyway, all right. Good talk. Adios, boys. Oh, you know what else I need to next time we'll chat about? So I've been watching golf videos. Haven't kind of got on a want to play golf kick, and all these golf videos pop up in my YouTube now. The monster like YouTube golf guys are total douche dicks. Like, they're so not relatable. Like, I saw one video of this guy that was like, I'm playing the cheapest course I can find, and it was some cheap golf course in Texas. Dude's got like 1 million subs, and he was like, oh my gosh, the clubhouse is a trailer. It's like, dude, who gives a shit? And he's like, he was just like shitting on this place, and it's where probably 80% of the world, like the people that play golf in courses like that. Like, you know what I mean? That's like going out and shitting on a like 16, 17, 18 foot aluminum boat, or like a small fiberglass boat. And you're like, oh, can you imagine? These people only have an 80-pound thrust trolling motor. Oh my gosh. They've got a 2-stroke motor and it smokes. So I watched all these douchebags like, oh, it was just like icky watching like the rich country club, like spoiled kids got YouTube channels and became immensely popular. Like, it was the whole playbook. Like, repetition of calling somebody by their first name. Like, every time, like, you know what I mean? Like the good boy, like rich kid, frat boy, like etiquette of like how you're supposed to like greet and like talk to people, and like that whole like shtick. Ugh. Ugh. So he finds the cheapest place, then shits on it. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, towards the end of the video, he was talking about like he's like, these fairways aren't so bad. And then like there was like a rough spot on the green. He's like, oh my god, it like I don't know. It was just maybe I'm overreacting. But it was nauseating to watch. I felt bad after watching it, like giving that dude a click. But Burns, yeah, but I bet you saw a lot of it where they're just like so over, you know what I mean? Like they're not human at that point. It's just like a script. Golf club vibes are the worst. Yeah. That's why I think that's why John Daly is the people's champ, because he's more relatable than anybody ever on the golf course. Trust fund kids, yep. Great shot, Anthony. Great shot, man. You've been working on your irons. Hell of a shot. But I can't talk to you without calling you Anthony. Anthony, can I call you Tony? Most expensive clubs, couldn't hit water from a boat. Sounds about right. I was upstairs. I was looking at my golf clubs just to see if I still had them, and they were up there. And I have y'all remember the Cobra 427 SS? I had that driver. Never was able to hit it like 10 feet, but that was like the driver I had. I got it in like 2002 probably. I think I had those in high school. 2001 maybe. I got the Cobra irons and the 427, which I think some dude won like a long drive competition with it back then. Well, I looked that club up and I was like, wonder what these go for these days. Dude, you can buy that 427 for like $29.99. I was like, man, these are really, really outdated. I guess that's like trying to take your old quantum energy from the 90s and checking the eBay prices. Daly is a very proud Arkansan. I cruised around and smoked weed on the low and played maybe 2 or 3 holes when I was supposed to play 9. I played a lot of golf and got pretty good. Because when I was in college, I got a job at the university golf course. And I got a job out there so I could play golf for free. And I hit range balls every day for free. So I taught myself how to swing with a mirror, and the Golf Channel website, they would have slow motion of different golfers' swings. And I'm left-handed, so I would sit there and just watch like Davis Love and Phil Mickelson. I would watch their like takeaways, and then I would just mimic it. And then I would build another part of their swing from those videos. I would I would take Davis Love's takeaway and just like mimic it. And then I would take, Phil Mickelson, like the top of his swing, and like piece together a pretty good swing. But Yeah. But anyway, the moral of the story is I felt like when I was playing the university course, it was like the working man's course, you know what I mean? So I didn't have to deal with any douches. But watching these videos really made me realize that they're still out there. Tackle golf, that's me. That is me. I'm sure. Let's see if I can think of a better one. I'm sure there's a name floating out there. I did used to do that. None of them had any good fish in them though, Jeremy. Tackle club. It's kind of like tackle camp. Could be a tackle club too. But so someone hooked their balls once. Must hurt like hell. What's up, Tim Maynard? I'm just about to get off of here. We're talking about golf. You golf? You golf? I could never hit a driver. Burns, you could have probably straightened my swing out. But I could never hit a driver. So I teed off with a 3-iron. And I could smash a 3-iron. Later, guys. But it was funny because you'd see guys that they had real bad swing mechanics, and they couldn't. They would swing so hard, but their mechanics were so bad they had no power, and they could take a driver, and they just swing their ass off, but their mechanics were so bad the ball would only go like 200 yards, and you could soft swing a 3-iron and like out drive them. They're like, how are you out driving me? I'm like, dude, you're not hitting the ball but like a couple hundred yards. I saw that a ton. Builder dude. Was a long driver. Builder dude, would you ever get out there on the greens and play a little pitch and putt for old time's sake? I know you're probably not out there swinging the damn TaylorMade around, but figured you might have the wedges out when the weather's nice. Built most of your own gloves. That's pretty cool. Big grips. A 3 club? Like a par 3? Or do they only allow you to have 3 clubs? Haven't picked up a club in 15 years. Damn, Burns, I figured you'd get the itch to go out there and want to work on your short game. Play with the lady was popping pills and getting drunk. Some people play for different reasons. Bobby, that sounds like a good idea for a movie. You could probably make a funny movie out of that. Nah, it never worked. Smoke like Daly. Dude, I've watched John Daly interviews about he's got that booze. He's a part of the Good Boys or whatever. It's like a vodka infused drink. He says he drinks like 40 a day playing golf. I don't know if any of y'all have ever had any of those, but I don't know how that's humanly possible. Because I can drink like, if you drink like a 6-pack of any of those things, you're pretty dudered. But Daly says he. No, dude, I don't know how he does it. Like, dude's liver is cooked. So, on that note, I'm gonna go chug like 3 bottles of water, more than John Daly has drank in his entire life. I had to switch from whiskey. Yeah, I guess, whatever. I gotta. I'd like to. I'd like to chill with. I'd like to tailgate with John Daly at an Arkansas game. No golf. Music, tailgate atmosphere. That'd be fun. If I start playing golf again, no more cranks. Builder Dude is going all in on the links. No golf. No golf. Didn't finish it? Oh, man. Is it really that bad? Can't be that bad, bros. Bobby said it was bad. Clay said he couldn't even finish it. It was so bad. Did you have something better to do, Clay? Or was it just that bad? Like, did you turn it off and like go cut the grass or something? Bro, Cringe City. Oh, man. Well, now I have to watch it because I want to see how cringy it is. I have to embrace the cringe. Well, maybe I'll put it on when I sand some Burnsies. All right. All right. Maybe I'll watch Caddyshack instead. A real classic golf movie. All right. Y'all be good. I'm going away for real this time. Bye-bye.